friends, and at the very beginning of the video, I want to announce the contest. So watch the video to the end and do not switch. Let's go. Dear friends, hello everyone. My regular viewers already know that I bought a tent cube to 10 by 210. Probably already watched the video for her review. And immediately after the purchase of this tent, the question arose about how to heat up on winter fishing. Well, such a rather big area. So that in the winter cold, there is a strong frost, fishing is comfortable, warm. To do your favorite thing, so that you are not blown there by a freezing wind. Well, that is, I thought about buying a heat exchanger. Yes, and you probably yourself, as you understand, if the departure is planned there for 2 or 3 days, then there is no way to do without heating the tent at all. And probably, just like most anglers, I started looking for it, flipping through the entire internet to find some suitable offer. Because I don't know how in other cities, but personally in my city, heat exchangers can be found in a regular fishing store. But there is simply no such thing. And I wanted to find something quite inexpensive and of good quality. Well, as you know, well-known brands of these heat exchangers, they cost, well, I do not know, just incredible money of some kind. And oddly enough, I found such heat exchangers. These are heat exchangers called a Reactor. They are produced in the city of Saratov. There are currently 4 heat exchangers in the line of this manufacturer. The first heat exchanger from this line is called Hephaestus Spetsnaz. It is the smallest in this line. Its power is 1 whole 55 kilowatts. The second heat exchanger is called Rybak. Its power is 2.5 kilowatts. The third heat exchanger is a Pro with a capacity of 3, as much as 65 kilowatts. And the fourth heat exchanger, which is also largest at the moment, is called Mega, with a capacity of 4.5 kilowatts. The first question that you may have is why there are so many tubes, and why they are all of different diameters, as you have already noticed. So now I will try to explain briefly and in detail. Everyone probably knows that with an increase in the heating area, the amount of heat removal increases. But this will only work if this is the heated surface, that is, the area inside the heat exchanger will be efficiently placed. That is why such a number of tubes is obtained in order to obtain a large heat removal area. Answering the second part of the question, why are the tubes of different diameters? It was possible, in theory, to fill all the rows of these tubes with this space of the heat exchanger with smaller diameter tubes. In theory, then the heat removal area would be larger, and, as some believe, it would be more efficient heat transfer. But what will actually happen then, if you clog up the entire space of the heat exchanger with tubes of a smaller diameter? Because of the small amount of air that passes through thin tubes, and because of their close location to each other, the lower rows of tubes would get very hot, and the upper ones would remain cold. Therefore, the manufacturer has adopted this arrangement of tubes, where the temperature is higher, and you yourself understand that the temperature is higher, the highest on low tubes, more air should pass through. So the tubes were used with a larger diameter. And where the temperature is lower, that is, the upper rows of tubes, it is necessary to take heat more efficiently. So the diameter of the tubes decreases with almost every row up. Thanks to this arrangement, the manufacturer managed to equalize the temperature of the outgoing air between the lower and upper tubes, which led the heat exchanger to work more efficiently. Now, friends, let's take a closer look at each heat exchanger. All heat exchangers are made of aluminum. The case thickness is 2 millimeters. The thickness of the walls of the tubes, well, depending on what diameter the tube is, from 1 as much as 2/10 of a millimeter to 1.5 millimeters. Why exactly is aluminum used? Well, as probably everyone knows that aluminum has good heat dissipation, so aluminum is used. The standard equipment of each heat exchanger includes the heat exchanger itself, a plate with a fan, which, if necessary, you can remove there for more convenient transportation if you are afraid of damaging it, or there for some other reason. That is, it is easily removed like this. Naturally, a wire from a fan with crocodiles for connecting to the battery. And the exhaust pipes. Here are 5 exhaust pipes. Chimneys. For straight sections. Here they are, 30 centimeters long. And the 5th section is such a corner one. On the corner section additionally, here in the corner, there is such a small fitting. This is to connect the receiver's condensate, so that the condensate does not drip into the inside of the heat exchanger. It does not hiss there, but quietly merges somewhere along the tube, and goes there under the floor of the tent or somewhere else. Also guys, with this heat exchanger, you can purchase additional options. These are such as a fan speed controller, voltmeter, stabilizer. With this option, the buyer acquires the ability to power the fans from the cook bank. And the last option is a US connector for connecting a cell phone to charge it. So friends, the Hephaestus Spetsnaz heat exchanger with a capacity of 155 kilowatts. Designed for heating small and medium-sized winter tents. Well, what do you mean small and medium-sized? Here is such a tent the size of 210 by 210, such a heat exchanger with Ease Auto. This heat exchanger, as is probably clear from the name, is used with the Hephaestus tourist burner. The dimensions of this heat exchanger are 260 millimeters from the bottom to the top of the nozzle, 170 millimeters. The width is also 170 millimeters, and the size from the bottom of the leg and also to the top of the pipe is also 260 millimeters. The area of forced convection, that is, the area of all these tubes here, is 3,782 square centimeters. The power consumption of this fan is 0 to amperes at 12 volts. Friends, I want to note that the legs of each heat exchanger are made of this aluminum profile. So it looks quite so powerful. For folding, it is necessary to apply such an effort. That is, you cannot be afraid that they will randomly somehow add up. The heat exchanger you have there will fall on the burner. Somehow it will turn over on its side. That is, you don't have to worry about it. So friends, the next heat exchanger called the Fisherman, with a capacity of 2.5 kilowatts. This heat exchanger can be used for heating both small tents and medium tents at lower temperatures. This heat exchanger has dimensions of 285. This is the size together with the fan. So 195, and from the bottom to the top of the pipe, 205 millimeters. From the bottom of the leg to the top of the pipe, 300 millimeters. The area of forced convection of the tubes is 5,178 square centimeters. With this heat exchanger, you can use a Hephaestus tourist burner or an infrared burner. It also has one fan at the back, which is removable. The next heat exchanger is a Pro with a capacity of 3 as much as 0.6 of a kilowatt. Its dimensions are 255, from the bottom to the tip of the pipe 205 millimeters. And this size is 320 millimeters. I remind you that this size also includes the size of the fan. 2 fans are already installed on this heat exchanger. This heat exchanger is already designed for heating large tents. This is 3T long for T long, and in such already more severe frosts, you can say. This heat exchanger is already used only with infrared burners. And finally, friends, the most powerful heat exchanger with a capacity of all 4.5 kilowatts mega. Well, this heat exchanger is designed for heating. These are already such the largest tents. For T-long, 5-wall ones are out now. There are 6-wall ones, maybe some double tents. In other words, this heat exchanger will be enough for Yakutia, for Siberia, and in our middle zone. I do not even know if it will find use or not. The dimensions of this heat exchanger are 290. From the bottom to the edge of the pipe, 210, 272 millimeters, and from the bottom of the leg to the top of the pipe, 330 millimeters. There are also 2 fans installed in the back. Also, such powerful legs fold inwards. It turns out this way everything. Well, guys, and now let's try in the case of the fishermen and the special forces. Unfortunately, I don't have an infrared burner. It would be possible to check other heat exchangers as well. Well, watch and don't switch. So, everything is blowing a little. In the meantime, we'll close the door. Our door. That's it, they closed the door. Up. Turn on the stopwatch. Stopwatch. Where is he here? Oh, you'll be right here in the clock. Watch, stopwatch. That's it. Time has passed. We'll see how long it takes to heat up what we have here. Right now it shows the voltage. Battery? Yes. Not so hot. That is, here is the adjustment. This is already like an additional option. And adjusting the fan speed, as you probably even hear. Closer. I'm going to bring the camera up now. Here. That's it, the warm air has gone. Guys, as you have already noticed with everyone, hot. For all heat exchangers, this outlet pipe is aligned to the rear wall. And many manufacturers have the opposite in the middle, so it's better to have this option. This makes it possible to put the same kettle there, here, on this surface. And you will always have it there at a warm, optimal temperature. Or you have also prepared something to eat, you can also put it here, and there will always be a comfortable temperature. That is, I took it, ate it, put it back on. At the moment, this node is already upgraded. That is, it does not look like this, but it is more compact, and everything is elegantly done. In this node, there is a voltmeter, fan speed adjustment. Here is such a US connector. This connector is designed for power bank connection. That is, if your battery is dead, you can say stationary. You can always take with you some kind of there like this. Let's say I have a Chinese bank like this. It is designed for 10,400 milliampere hours. Well, I doubt there's that much here. There are probably 6,000 or 7,000 of them here at best. Well, now on. So I have a loaded yes, 99%. And now next, we will try to connect it and see what happens from this. So guys, well, it's already getting warm enough. Already there on the floor that the snow was, he's already melting all over. It's been 6 minutes. The temperature outside is -2. It's already 4 degrees here. With your permission, I'll take off my jacket. So friends, here I will show you with what force the fan blows. You can immediately see, yes, how the leaf bends with a stream of air. Up. Here, that is, here I am holding it with 2 fingers. So, well, what happened with us? It's been almost 20 minutes. Almost 20 minutes. The temperature inside the tent, as you can see, is 19.2 degrees. It's getting lower outside. It's getting colder outside. There was 1 and 7 minus, now -2. And as you noticed, yes, the thermometer lies well half a meter from the floor, where such a lower temperature is already. The highest temperature is right here, right now. It's even possible to say uncomfortable. I'd turn it down. It's already too hot, I think. And if you sit down there, it's cooler here. Although it blows from the stove, right here, if you sit down, it's not so hot here anymore. Well, nothing. It seems to me another 5 minutes, and it will be unbearable here in general. It's already all snow, you can say, melted. Only the biggest ones are left, these skates over there. It's already 21 and 6 degrees. It's literally been 19 and a half. Already there are 22 and 3. That is, already. The guys couldn't stand it anymore. I probably think it makes no sense to even include a fisherman. Because if the little one stokes like that. Let me remind you again, my tent is 210 by 210. The standard configuration of these pipes is quite enough. As you can see, there are 3 straight branches. It turns out 3 straight sections, the corner. And the 4th one also goes straight to the street. The temperature here is comfortable. That is, just the hand is warm. That is, you have a tent with all your desire. It will not burn here. Lower, lower. By the way, the same temperature, the same. Here, of course, it's already hotter. Here, yes, it's hotter already. As I said, here it is this drain to remove condensate. This is the supply ventilation. As you can see, I have opened. Well, it just feels like cold air comes under the fan. So friends, it's been almost 30 minutes. The temperature is 32 degrees. It's already unbearable to stand here. The temperature, by the way, of the pipe has not changed, the same as it was. That is, it does not heat up higher. Guys, I hope it doesn't make sense to stoke anymore. There's a temperature inside the tent. Because then it will be uncomfortable just to fish in this heat. I even want to take off my pants. Just sit in one natelka. Well, now I'm going to connect the cook bank and see how it will work from the cook bank. The voltage of 5 volts comes from the top of the bank. The charge shows 99%. Well, that is, this is the cook of the bank. To be honest, I won't tell you exactly how long it will last. Well, about now I won't even turn off the camera. Look at how long the first 98% will be now. That's 98. That is about like this now, even from the video. You can count how long it will last. This is at the maximum. The revs are at the maximum. Yes, guys, the paint is heat resistant. Here is such a cool coloring book, cool. By the way, I have not seen this protective color from any manufacturer. Cool solution. The pipe temperature is comfortable. That is, I hold it with my hand, nothing burns, nothing. Everything is fine. Here's somewhere here, probably here it's about 50 degrees. That is, everything is comfortable. Here, of course, it's already hot. Everything is fine here. Here too, it is also 30 degrees, that is, it does not get hot. So friends, another 8 minutes have passed. It's 38 now. The temperature is 39 degrees. So, we watched the last time it was 30 minutes. It's been 8 minutes, right? The battery shows it was charged at 99%. Well, at 100, now it shows 93%. That is, in 8 minutes, it was discharged by 6%. Let me remind you again, the fan is running at maximum. The capacity of this cook bank is 10,400 mAh. Chinese. So somewhere around here, at best, 7,000, probably. Well, guys, somehow like this. I will not test the fisherman, because I was convinced of the operation of the smallest heat exchanger in the series. So there's no point in testing that one there. If that heat exchanger is a fisherman, the next heat exchanger in their series is used with an infrared burner. That is, more powerful, as 2.5 kilowatts are calculated there. Then I can't imagine here there will be Tashkent at all. Yes, I will clarify that my tent, as I said, is the size of 210 by 210. 3-layer. Here you see this 3-layer thermal stitch. The temperature over there is 41 degrees, it's -2 outside. All right, guys, I'm turning it off. And we listen to the terms of the contest. Guys, and this heat exchanger will be played out as standard. This is the Hepestis Spetsnaz heat exchanger. That is, as I said, the heat exchanger itself is included as standard. For straight chimney elbows, and the 5th knee is such an angular one. A fan with a wire. And at the end of the wire, there will be these crocodiles for connecting to the battery. And the rest of these here can be said to be strays, are already additional options. Friends, only residents of the Russian Federation can participate in this competition. Delivery of the prize on the territory of Russia, on the territory of the Russian Federation, will be completely free of charge. So, friends, the conditions of the contest are as follows. And be sure to be a subscriber to my channel, like, share this video in any of the social networks in which you wish. Contact in Odnoklassniki there, on Facebook. Write a comment under this video. One comment, fill out an application to participate in this competition. The application form will also be in the description under this video. All of these are the mandatory conditions of this competition. We will hold the results of the contest on the 7th of January. Also, if you wish, you can subscribe to the contact group of the manufacturer of this reactor heat exchanger. Also, some contests, promotions, discounts on heat exchangers will be held in this group. There, in this group, you can see the very first some of his novelties, some additional tricks like electrics to heat exchangers. Well, all friends, but that's it. Read the careful terms of the contest. Bye, everyone, see you again on my channel. Take part in the contest, and you will definitely win. For now.